G'day guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the first dive in a new spot, and this is the first rock I've chosen to look under. And wouldn't you know it, there's a crayfish here.
Wow, how's that? First dive, crayfish. Yeah, mean. Nice little cray too. We'll have that.
But how did I get here? We're going to have to rewind a little bit. Well, it's been a few days, guys. I had that first dive in Wellington, which was absolutely awesome. Went to the bro's place, cooked up the meat feed, and then I got sick. And it's been about a week, I suppose, and I've just not been able to do anything. Just been really crook, but I'm recovering now. It's a wild, windy day here in Wellington, but it's low to the north, and that means the south coast is flat. So I'm headed back out there, and we've got the bro Heck here with us.
Hey, order. Woo. Looking good.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be pretty clean out there. We're going out off the point, and the target today is we want to try and get some fish on the board. We've had heaps of power and crayfish and kinner and that over the last week, so we're hungry for some fish.
Alright, let's do this.
So this was the first dive, and this little white thing got my attention from the surface, so dropped down to investigate, and yeah, that is a plastic coffee cup lid. If you're going to get a coffee, guys, try and take a keep cup, and don't use this disposable stuff. It's not good for our environment, eh?
That's not a very good first catch of the day. A plastic coffee cup cap. Single-use plastic, man, it's not good. Anyway, we're going to put this in the bag and dump it in the appropriate place.
A bit later on, and I found this blue moki swimming around. Not really one of my target species, although they aren't too bad to eat, but in this case I just wanted to watch it for a bit. And in the end I spooked it, but yeah, wasn't really going to shoot it anyway. So yeah, after this the battery in my camera went flat, and I've only got clips from now on.
Finally managed to butter.
So yeah, I don't really know quite what was wrong there. Like, it seemed like it was fully charged when I entered the water, but it just went flat really fast. So I think I'm going to have to invest in a new camera for my dive footage. But anyway, nice little power there. Wasn't really looking for too many powers, but when I found a good one, I'd just take it. And another nice one here. So I found this little crack with some crayfish in it and dropped down, had a go at that crayfish there and missed it. So came over the top to try and get it from behind. Often you can get them from behind when you've pressed them like that, and had a bit of a go at it, but didn't get it there either. So dropped back down the front again and got my hand in there and managed to get it out actually, but upon measuring it, it was too small. Found this buried in the ocean. I don't know why you'd find a hammer unless someone's been using it to smash kinner for burley or something, but yeah, definitely a first for me finding a hammer. And then I found this old octopus, and I reckon it's probably on its last legs. It was missing most of its tentacles, but took it up to the surface for a bit of a look anyway. Would have been quite a big ockie with all its tentacles and that, but yeah, I reckon it was at the end of its life. They are good eating, but I just sort of didn't really feel like taking it. And yeah, then just before I headed in, I found this beautiful eagle ray, and unfortunately I gave it a bit of a fright there and it bumped into the rock, but then it sort of chilled out and cruised off. But it was a really nice dive actually, and I was pretty stoked to get a feed. Well, that was a bit of a stuff up of a dive. The camera went pretty much flat as soon as I got in the water. I don't know what went on there, but yeah, managed to feed at least, so that was a good thing. It's been quite a few days now since I've been in the water. This sickness is kind of holding on, and the weather's been pretty crappy really, but today I've got a little morning weather window, so I've snuck out to the coast, and we're going to have a dive here. I've only got the morning before it turns to custard, so I'm going to quickly eat my porridge here. I've got the water on here to warm up so I can get into my wetsuit without being freezing cold, and we'll get out there. Alright, I'm suited up, ready to go. It's freezing cold. Oh, sun's still behind the hill there, but we've got the kayak here. We're ready to go. Let's get the show on the road, because at least having a bit of a pedal of the kayak might warm me up a bit. We're out here. It looks pretty nice. Random spot. I've left my anchor behind. In fact, I've made a few fuck ups. I left my anchor behind. I forgot to have a shave just in there, so my mast is probably gonna leak. So, whatever. Let's get in. So yeah, I'm still blown away by this first dive in a new spot. and the first rock I look under, there is a crayfish. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. I've certainly caught crayfish on my first dive, but there have been spots I know, not spots that I've just decided that I'm going to have a dive there. But yeah, I was pretty stoked to get this guy on that first drop.
Wow, how's that? First dive, crayfish. Yeah, mean. Nice little cray too. We have that.
So I went straight back to that same rock, and on the second dive had a look on the other side. And wouldn't you know it, there's a crayfish on this side as well. So yeah, quick grab and I get my hand to it. And I'd call that a pretty good start. 2 dives, 2 crayfish.
Well, 2 dives, 2 crayfish.
A bit later on, I find another crayfish here chilling under a rock, and quick grab gets it. I don't know what I did right about picking this area, but there were actually a pretty decent number of crays in this area, so.
Number 3. I'm getting on.
I got this power on my catch bag that I'd actually already measured it and chucked it on the catch bag without throwing it in, but yeah, just double checked the measurement. Chucked it in as well. Found another Ockie here. This one's probably much younger, and just decided to grab it and have a bit of a look.
Ockie. Man, there's lots of Ockies around here.
Yeah, I ended up letting this guy go. I do like eating octopus, but they're sort of got to be cooked quite a specific way to make them nice and tender. And yeah, operating out of my trailer, my little trailer kitchen wasn't really gonna be ideal for doing it. So let it go and then followed it back down to the bottom. And it actually did me a favour and settled right next to a couple of kinner. So I grabbed them for a bit of a snack. Now, I found this rock, actually on the previous dive without my camera on, but noticed there was quite a few crayfish under it, so yeah, dropped down and I've got these 2 here. So I kind of roll over the top of the rock just so I can get in a position where I can reach them and have a quick grab. And unfortunately I'm a little bit slow that time, so anyway, I just carry on around the rock. And wouldn't you know it, there's more crayfish here, so just line the first one up, get a grab to it, and that turns out to be crayfish number 4 for the bag.
quick measure. It's a female crayfish, so it gets measured in the larger one.
Oh, she's legal too. Nice.
Back down to that same rock, and we're actually going to go in from the side that I first saw. So there's actually quite a decent hole in here, and even though it's pretty dark in the footage, there's actually quite a few crayfish in here. So I worked my way in and fell under a rock and managed to get my hand to one. Have a little bit of a battle with it, but managed to pull it out in the end. And half thinking about seeing if I can grab another one, but when I have a look in here, I can't see anything that's going to be easy to get, so I decide I'll go back to the surface, deposit this one that I've got, and come back for another go after. Back down again, and I end up landing where I'd missed the first two crayfish on the first dive, but I can still see them sitting there, so I decide I'll have another crack, and I make no mistake about it this time.
And that's number 6 if it's legal. And that did not take long. Easy legal.
So I didn't get this shot on film, but I found these beautiful ledges, and over the edge of one of the ledges managed to shoot this nice big fat butterfish. And yeah, I don't know what it is about butterfish down here in the more southern waters, but they are absolutely beautiful to eat, so I'm pretty happy to score this guy.
That's a decent butter. Oh. Yeah, nice.
Back down again, I'll line up another one and take a shot, and yeah, I totally miss it.
Missed him.
You gotta laugh the first time it happens, but yeah, I'm not overly proud of this time. Yeah, so I drop back down again and sit on the rock and end up having quite a few butterfish come in here to investigate what's going on. And I reach out to take a shot at this one here when it swims up to me, but then I see a bigger one in the distance, so I just wait, and when it comes in, have a shot, and I've gone and done it again and I missed it. Anyways, from the surface I find this gutter that's got quite a few butterfish swimming in it. So I dropped down, but by the time I dropped down they all seem to have scarpered. So I just take my time, kind of hoping they might come back. But I'm not seeing any, and I'm about to head to the surface when I notice this patch of kinna, so I decide I'll just smash a few up and see what comes in. It's probably a bit early for snapper in the Wellington region, but you never know, could pull a blue cod or something in. And then after having a bit more of an explore around, come back and check this kinna. And there's lots and lots of little fish on it, but yeah, nothing I really want to take, so when I see the butterfish hanging there, I put the shaft through that. It's butter number 2, you beauty. And then I'm just about to finish my dive and I managed to shoot this butter.
Yeah, another nice butter.
Oh yeah. Oh, what a dive that was. Oh, man, I got bloody 6 crayfish, 3 nice fat butters, some big huge kinna, some few power, I don't know, maybe 5 power or something, and I reckon I'm done. The wind's picking up, it's getting a bit ugly, time to head for the beach. Yeah.
Oh man, these windmills look small until you get close to them. Then you realise they're huge. Haha, pretty cool. Well, there you have it. Cook straight. Man, it looks amazing down there. I'd like to get down there for a dive. Up in the distance you can see the South Island, but yeah, I think this is as far as I'm going to come. I've made my mind up that I'm going to spend probably another couple of weeks down here and then start moving on home. Still pretty gutted that my visa isn't here. It's really messing with my head, so I don't know. Pretty tempted to go home and just get some work done at home. Seen a lot of things on this trip and I want to go home and implement some of them, so it's probably not too bad a time to start thinking about doing that. But a couple more weeks down here, hopefully get a couple more missions in, and yeah, then I might start making my way northward.
Alright, well, it was just way too windy where I was, so I've come down the south coast and I've got the catch all laid out here. So here we are, we've got 3 butterfish, we've got 5 crayfish, we've got a bunch of kinna, and we've got a power, and I had 6 crayfish and a few more power, but I met up with my daughter before and gave her some, so she was pretty happy to get them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now.